Time for another video. Yeah, let's address this Charlie Kirk character. White supremacist suspect, the white supremacist. I call him a white supremacist, man, based on his rhetoric. I'm talking about Trayvon Martin Stark, who was the one who started George Zimmerman and all this. I really found out about the guy, you know, from a passenger, man. Passenger had picked up a younger guy. He's like, "You heard about Charlie Kirk?" No. And I heard the name, but I couldn't quite place it. Like vaguely familiar. I like, he was like, he got killed. I like, you know, say he's a white guy got killed or something, shot in the neck by a sniper. He's a big guy on YouTube and all this stuff. You know, I was like, well, the guy, because my instinct said that name, my instincts was like, because I had asked the guy based on my instinct, I'm like, well, he's racist or something. You know, black dude said, no, he don't think he was a racist and all that. But I was like, based on him getting shot in the neck by a sniper rifle, probably was a white person, a white dude or something who did it. Sure enough it was, but I couldn't really go in because I didn't really know too much about the dude. Lo and behold, I was like, let me reserve any kind of well wishes for this dude until I get the lowdown. Sure enough, you know, like clockwork, I knew Tariq Nasheed was gonna talk about the guy. Sure enough, this dude was a very deadly, dangerous white supremacist, man. Spewing lies after lies, man. I heard clips on this dude, man. He was talking about George Floyd and Trayvon Martin. He got talking about these people bad and all this stuff, man. He was quick to condemn black people for their actions, defending their own life versus when white people defend their life for black people. He was more in favor of the white person. So that just proves he was a racist right there. And that guy was just throwing lies after lies out, man. I was just thinking, why would another white person take him out? So you got people talking about liberal this, retaliation for this. It's simple, man. Our universe wanted him gone, man. Our universe, our creator, our God wanted him gone, man. That's something I noticed about white society, man. Cause you have some black people, man, who speak counter to us, you know, people, the grassroots, FBA speaking against white supremacy. They say y'all couldn't defeat the white man and this and that and the third. White people got nukes. You can't do nothing against them. They get all this military equipment. But if you really think about why haven't white people really did anything? They do got the nukes. They got the bioweapons. They could have at the very least completely wiped out the Caribbean, blacks in the Caribbean and in Africa. They could have just completely wiped them out. But why don't they do these things? Is it because they have a heart? Oh, man. Man, we're going to go biblical on this one, man. It's because the devil, man, the anti-life energy that bobs and weaves through people, through us all. See, that energy is hiding in us. It's hiding among us. It's like in the Bible, like it says in the Bible. You know, the wheats and the tares. That's what it comes down to, man. You know, the angels wanted to pull up the tares, but if it did that, they would have pulled up the wheat too. That means the devil resides in people. Like, you gotta wait. It's basically what our creator is saying in the Bible based on that book. You can say somebody wrote it, this and that. But it makes sense though, you think about it. Let it wait to the end, to the time of the end. Give them a chance. So, you know, give them a chance to see if they change and convert. It ain't really see if they change, because our creator already know who gonna change and who ain't. It just basically wait to the end of the age. What's the rush? So, you know, our creator got eternity. What's the rush? Just let it play out. Let it play out to the end of this cycle. And then what remains? Whoever have a certain amount of evil in them, if it's not enough, if it's not enough to be redeemable, throw them away. You know, that's what it all comes down to. And what I'm saying is, white people do understand stuff on the spiritual level. They know that if you exude things, if you exude sheer evil, just pure evil, you just a wicked MFer, father effer, something bad gonna happen to you. You're gonna get took out. You're gonna get took out of here. It's gonna be in a very abrupt, violent fashion for the world to see. Just like Adolf Hitler. He was an evil person. And he got took out in a violent fashion. People, well, you say, well, good people get taken out too. Yeah, but it's really gonna happen with a wicked person. Like that saying, God don't like ugly, that's what that means. Now I brought all this up to say that's who Charlie Kirk was. He was an evil dude, man. When you just spewing lies like that about black people, about people look like me, lie after lie, you show no empathy, no sympathy, you pretty much become useless. A creative like, man, this guy's useless. Get him out of here. You gone. And the fact that a white person took him out, that speaks to our universe. Could have said a black person could have took him out. Then somebody would have said, well, a black person took him out because they was retaliating. And no, a white person took him out. that's to let the world know that this MFer was too evil. He had to go. This ain't no pseudoscience, man. If you just pay attention, man, like people who are purely evil, even people you would think is evil would take them out, man. That's the equation of life working through them. That's our universe. Like, man, you gotta go. I'm gonna use whatever method and means to take this guy out. Because we are created by a creator. We can sit up and talk about, you know, people, the crack of this, the crack of that. Always keep in mind our creator made everybody and everything. But the bottom line is how much evil is in a being. That don't mean you safe. Just because our creator made you too. If you exuding, you one of his children inflicting harm and damage on his other children, you're gonna listen to them children who crying out, wanting, you know, our dad, our true dad and mother to stop the white supremacists. But yeah, that's what happened to Charlie Kirk, man. And pay attention to white society, man. They do. They got all these weapons to genocide. They can do it. They don't have a heart, really, these white supremacists. That's most white people. Yeah, I said it. Like, man, you just got to pay attention to what's really going on, man. You got to see the patterns, man. They're very careful, white society, very careful about exuding pure evil deeds, man. You'll get away with it for a while, but when your income is always violent and abrupt, like all these mad men, European mad tyrants, they always get a violent end. Even by other people who are said to be evil. They're not as evil as them. You can't just be an evil, wicked person, man. It's like the laws of our reality, our infinite reality, gonna start seeking you out, get rid of you. Like, man, this thing is a poison. Yeah, I made this thing, but this thing is a poison. Gotta go. You gotta get out of here. That's what happened, man. That's the only logical conclusion why another white person would take this guy. You would think a white person would think this guy's a hero. Why no other people got shot and took out? Why him? Charlie Kirk? Because he was wicked, man. His rhetoric was pure evil. Lying, basically lying. He wasn't even trying to be deceptive. He was just talking like he was calm. It's wicked, man. And people, y'all co-signing this guy, y'all on y'all way out too, man. Black people don't co-sign that, man. You wanna share his fate? You start co-signing evil like that, man, pure evil and wicked individuals, and internalize their rhetoric, man. You gonna share in his fate. Cause because you agree. You're in agreement with them. But not to a degree, because unless you actually spewing what he's saying. But you're getting close. So you gotta be careful out here, man, with who you agree with. And you can't really give no quarter, no mercy to a white supremacist, especially one who said out of his own mouth he don't have no empathy for black people. A man who says he don't have no empathy for you, for your race, people of your type, you don't be friends with them, man. It's over. They're marked for deletion, man. They're an enemy in your mind. You should be able to. I ain't gonna say be able to. You should hate them. Like me, man. My thing is, man, I hate those who hate me. I bless those who bless me. You wish me well, I wish you well. When people say, get out of my car, when people get out of my car and say, have a nice day or be safe, I tell them to be safe and have a nice day. And in my mind, I say, if it's genuine, then what I say is genuine. If it's not genuine, in my mind, it's not genuine. See how that go? I give people back what they give me, man. That's what I keep in mind, man. We completely justified in doing that. You don't bless somebody who want to kill you, man. A white supremacist wants you dead. Their rhetoric will get you killed. It's set up to get us killed. You don't forgive that, and you don't hide behind morality. Morality is a relative thing, man. Morality only works really in the truest sense, purest sense, with other moral people. People who are moral, who may have stumbled a little bit. You don't give your pearls to dogs, man, or pigs. That's what that biblical verse means. What it say in the Bible? Don't give your pearls to swine. Ain't that what Jesus said? They'll look at you and tear you to pieces. That's what it's talking about. You don't forgive white supremacists. Forgiveness is pearls, is jewels, is precious. They don't respect it. They're gonna kill you. They're gonna look at it as weakness. Why this black person forgive me? I done killed their brother, their son, their daughter. Why they hugging me? I'm gonna kill them too. Dummies. Don't be dumb, black people, man. All this stuff gotta be said, man. A lot of people on YouTube, man, they don't say what need to be said, how it's supposed to be said, man. But you got a lot of people, a lot of black people, man, still trying to fight the good fight. It's not enough, though. You white folks out here, man, y'all actually call us thugs and criminals and killers, and then complain when people y'all refer to as thugs, killers, and criminals, or talking down on, speaking truth to power against Charlie Kirk. Why would y'all expect more so-called the high road from us, man? See the games they play, black people. You look at us as bad people collectively, and then you expect us to be a good person, a good people. Y'all running a game, a mind fuck. Y'all know we better than y'all on the moral sense. You're just like an abusive parent or abusive relative, always knocking us down. We ain't going for it, man. I don't forgive that dude. I don't hope he's in hell. He is in hell. Worm food. Dead as hell. He was useless in life. Now the plants can grow off his ass, grow off his soil, get nutrients. You can get a plant's nutrients, the bugs, something to eat. You're gonna be used. You're gonna be useful one way or another. That's how our Creator made it. Either you're gonna do good in this world, in this existence, you're gonna be a life bringer, or your life gonna be taken from you, and your body gonna be used for the natural wildlife of the planet. You say, well, that's everybody fate anyway. But how you gonna be remembered? How you gonna be remembered? You got some vile white folks in the social media, man. You got some real vile white folks out here, man, who spew a lot of anti-blackness. They're treading the line, man. Megyn Kelly, this chick, she's a wicked woman. And I predict something bad gonna happen to her, man, because of the rhetoric she spews. It's too hate-filled. It's too hate-filled, man. You start approaching levels of pure evil, man, something bad gonna happen to you. That's not no wishful thinking, man. That happens throughout history, man. Like bad kings, even in the Bible, wicked individuals, man. Bad things happen to them, and it happens in a way for the world to know, like, man, this is a bad person. People say karma. That's our universe, man. Our creator, our universe is sentient, man. People find it hard to comprehend that an infinite reality, a void that goes on for eternity, is sentient. But that's where we all came from. We came out of. The universe is not expanding. It's already expanded. It's done. It never expanded. It was just there. It's just here. On and on and on and on and on. Talk about the Big Bang. That doesn't create anything. Energy has to come from somewhere. It didn't. Our universe is ancient. This earth is ancient. You can put an arbitrary number on, say 6 billion years. I'll say it's older than that. Things go through cycles, man. Yeah, the sun might give out and stop shining its light, but what happens? It turns into a dense, compacted mass and start pulling in matter again. See, that's the cycle of rebirth. You know, stars may actually go out, exhaust their fuel, and they get real compacted. Some become black holes, some become pulsars, some become just compacted mass with a intense gravitational field. Now, why does it do that? Pull in again, and then when it pulls in enough material, it's gonna fuse up again, and fusion is gonna take place again. It's gonna become a star again. So these things been happening for innumerable, uncalculable amounts of time. People gotta come to terms with forever, man. See, the thing with a lot of whites and white lab coats, I call them, they can't comprehend forever, man. They don't feel comfortable with that, with not knowing the end of something. But you gotta understand, that's the only logical conclusion, man. That what's outside of this earth is eternal. I would go as far as to say size has no limit. How small the thing is. You get so small. That's why that's why a lot of whites and white lab coats can't comprehend quantum mechanics, man. When you get so small, the laws in this macro phase, micro phase, you can't apply that to things that you can't really measure. It's so small. It's beyond small. There's different energy zones, man. When things reach a certain threshold, they start reacting with matter like they would if things were in the blown up scale as it is now in the regular world. You know, we can all, this whole galaxy, a cluster of galaxies, can be in another galaxy. We can be inside of a furnace right now. Furnace. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. We can all be in the furnace. Billions, trillions, and trillions of galaxies. Be inside of a larger reality's furnace, man. But the energy doesn't affect us because we're in a different state of energy, a state of existence. That's what I'm saying. It's like with quantum mechanics. You can go up the scale. You go up so far in mass, then you reach a barrier. Then there's another reality on top of this one. A giant's reality. Then you go down in scale, there's another reality. And it can go on and on and on, man. Some of these depictions in these movies have some kind of ideas like Ant-Man, you know, stuff like that. Not Independent Day, but Men in Black, where they had the little miniature universe. I mean, miniature galaxy, whatever, in that little container. It's just a diversion, man. I just think black people need to start thinking differently, man. Can't continue to think the way we've been thinking, man. Forgiving folks, not pondering the deeper meanings of life, letting white people tell us we inferior. It's not all white people that's smart. It's not even most of them. See, that's why I get comfort in knowing the truth, man. You got white folks coming online talking about what they invented. You didn't do nothing. See, the thing people need to understand about inventors, man, and about genius level intellect, that's not common. That's not common in white society. It's not common in black society. Not common in Hispanic, East Indian, Asian. It's not common, man. Those kind of people, they come about, and if their mind is cultivated, you know, they can invent things. But usually, who puts those kind of people's minds to work? People who are not really genius level intellect like that. Like people, for instance, would call Donald Trump stupid, but he's the leader of a nation, man. How could you get to that point? Who gonna put a stupid person in the White House? You say, well, he had charisma, and he was deceitful. It take cunning to be deceitful, man. Like, there's different levels to intelligence, man. You can be intelligent at something, but you might not be a mathematical or a scientific genius, man. You might be intelligent at manipulating people. You know, you may have that kind of cunning to get people to do what you want them to do. Just because you're a genius in math and science don't mean you had that kind of intelligence. You got a lot of smart people who don't know how to interact with people, who get fooled and deceived by people who are so-called not as smart as them. That's why the IQ test doesn't really prove much. It may prove the ability of a person to be a mathematician or something, or to have good memory. There's a person with a photographic memory. Why aren't they geniuses? A person with a photographic memory. You can know something. You can regurgitate something. There's a difference between knowing and regurgitating. See, that's why a lot of us don't remember what we learned in school, man. Because it was just repetition. We didn't really internalize why we was doing it. We weren't really taught to think outside the box, or to apply, or had examples to apply it. Now, I had Trans-Tech in high school, where we build little race cars and stuff, you know, where we make little sketches of houses and stuff. That's how we applied geometry. I have a vague memory of that. But you teach students chemistry and all this stuff, biology, man, we don't use that stuff. Unless you're going into that STEM profession outside of high school. If you're not doing that, man, what's the point? You can apply that knowledge to a trade or something. You know those people who are typically going to a STEM profession because they actually enjoy chemistry, man. They enjoy biology, stuff like that. They enjoyed it. That's what their mind is. That's what their mind led them to. I'm just saying, man. It's time for us, man, as black people, FBA in particular. It's hard for me to speak for all black people, man, knowing how a lot of black people with non-FBA, man, they ain't trying to change nothing, man. They just about survival. They don't understand that survival means disrupting white supremacy. They don't understand that. So I don't really want to talk to non-FBAs, really. You know, if you're a rider and whatnot, that's cool. Got nothing against you, man. But a lot of you other black people around the world are too far gone, man. You know, too far gone. I'm not trying to learn nothing, man. It's sad. Well, some people fall by the wayside, man. Maybe billions who fall by the wayside. The bottom line is, the black race come on top. It may just be FBA. That may be just good enough. Propagate our race and our unique, distinctive qualities as a human being. Get all these differences in humans for a reason. Well, and here's the thing about that: we all came from Africa. Who said that is necessarily true? Say we all came from Africa. I don't know about that. Why we just assume Africa is the source? What about the Americas? This place was relatively untouched for eons. Yo, no bones here and all that. No, man, it's a cover-up. Man, people came from all over the planet, man. Say, well, white is recessive and all that. It's probably true. But I don't mean Africa is the only place where black people necessarily came from. You got black people on the island, North Sentinel Island, thousands of miles away from Africa, man. That's a long way. And people black. And you got black people from all over the planet, man. It's not about just living near no equator either, man. Temperate hot climates has something to do with it. But if you apply that logic, you just say you can apply that to the Americas, man. So how couldn't it be no black people in the Americas, man? You want to talk about equator, being close to the equator, some of these white folks like to kind of talk about, try to contend against us with bringing that up. You know, a lot of you white folks, man, y'all like to talk about sub-Saharan blacks almost or as if to imply that they're the stupid blacks. Sub-Saharan, the stupid blacks. Above the Sahara, north of the Sahara, smarter blacks, the Europeans, they're more European. Can't give credit, huh? Blacks are just too stupid to build the pyramids, huh? Can't really say that, man. Seeing what blacks can do, what we can do, is an educational thing. You all have stunted, talking to you white people, you have stunted our development around the planet, man. You can't stop us from achieving and then give us a little bit of leeway to achieve and say, oh, we gave you some leeway to achieve and you haven't done nothing. No, man, you stunted our development across the planet, man. You stopped us from thinking, from reading, from writing, from learning for hundreds of years. You can't just all of a sudden take off the floodgates, the chains, and then say, "Oh, y'all supposed to have caught up to us by now." No, y'all don't let us catch up. Knowledge is supposed to flow together between peoples. Y'all stunted that. And then you call us stupid and all that shit. But at the same time, y'all won't leave us alone where we can prove y'all wrong. Because y'all know we just might prove y'all wrong. That's wicked in of itself, man. You keep a people down, or race down, and try to convince us that we the evil ones in the problem. And then when we do what y'all perceive as evil, like showing no empathy and sympathy to y'all, then y'all want to talk about that. Try to convince us that we evil for thinking that way. But you already called us evil, so why would y'all expect more out of us? Y'all running a game, man, a mind game. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of it. I hope other black people, y'all watching the video, sick of that too, man. I had to do this long video, man. It's necessary. I done put in a lot. You know, it ain't no babbling and no me ranting, man. I'm trying to get y'all to think a certain way, man. You're not evil for not forgiving people. You don't have to forgive anybody, man. Everybody talk about forgiveness. White people, they talk about forgiveness, but it's people they don't forgive. You got people on death row. People on death row, that's people who they don't forgive. Always remember that. Give them the lethal injection, electric chair and all that. Firing squad. Some places. That's the United States too. Capital punishment. Treason. Still firing squad. If I'm not mistaken. Those are people you don't forgive. You don't give them a chance. You know, everybody always talking about forgiveness, yet have it in their mind of people they won't ever forgive. Why should we forgive people who hate us, white people? You co-sign George Zimmerman and all these people, man. Daniel Penning. It's good for him to kill, huh? Choke somebody from behind. Do that to y'all, and y'all be quick to hawk us down, shoot us, throw us in the slammer. That's evil, man. That's the kind of evil that y'all allow. And the kind of racism y'all provoke and y'all propagate, that's the kind of evil that's gonna get y'all killed, like Charlie Kirk, killed on a massive scale. Y'all already talking about extraterrestrials. You got missiles bouncing off of drones and scouts they sending. Y'all need to understand, man, our universe has a lot of different life forms, man. Beings that's ancient, man. Technological gods, man. They observing us, man. They probably seeded us on this planet, but they watching y'all, y'all white folks. Y'all shot a missile at one of they drones or whatever that was. Bounced off. It's funny because how that missile bounced off that UFO, man. That's a dream I had years ago, man. 2000. That's what's waiting for y'all, man. It was a cloud in this dream. It was a cloud, a massive cloud, and ships. It seemed like it was a ship. It didn't show the ship, but that's what I assumed in the dream. And everybody, humanity, they had all kind of weapons that I haven't even seen before, shooting up at this cloud, shooting up at it. There's a bright cloud getting brighter and brighter, And guess what was happening? Those missiles, artillery was bouncing off that cloud. And it fell back down and blew up. Everybody was shooting at them. And then the cloud got brighter and brighter. Then guess what happened? Everybody who was shooting up on the ground disappeared. Only thing was left was pavement. It was a dream I had, year 2000. Like right around 9/11 or something. That was back then when I used to have like prophetic kind of dreams. Every now and then I have them. You know, I figured out what those dreams was. Different realities. That's what happened when we dream. It's like a defragmenting process. But as our mind rearranges dreams, it kind of creates pseudo-realities. Realities of potential situations that can happen. Dreams is interesting, man. Virtual memories. They make is a probability. It's like, what's the difference between a series of events? You could say implanting false memories. How could somebody implant a false memory? But you can kind of call that being what dreams are, implanted false memories or something. Just part of the rearranging process. False memories. You know, what if we did this different during the day or during the week? And this outcome would happen. Is it really false memories? Some memories are so close to reality. Some dreams are so close to reality that if you kind of follow the dream, it'll kind of make it a reality. You know, for instance, I had a dream some dude put a gun to the back of my head. I didn't really understand the context. Then when the situation jumped off, it was years ago. I knew it. I knew it was gonna happen. Like I was telling my friend, I was like, man, something bad gonna happen. Cause you know, dude, one of the dude's uncles there, he just, don't go over there. He up there going on the block. Cause dude, another, you know, me and my homie and another dude, we knew a dude who was getting into something on another block, so we went over there to support him. Lo and behold, some shit jumped off. I had a gun put to the back of my head, man. Trying to grab the gun. He pushed me over the gun, picked the gun up, but it was his gun. Another dude was with knocked it out of his hand, so I tried to grab it, push me over the gun, and put the gun to the back of my head. That was the dream, man. I had another dream. You know, me and my homie back in the day, we were just driving. I was like, man, we just saw a random chick on the street. You know, she was just a freak chick. So we picked her up, man. She ended up giving me head, ended up giving him head in the car. You know, I gave her $5. I had to give her nothing. She didn't ask for nothing, but she wanted to be dropped off at the casino back in the day. And that was that. But I told him, I said, man, I had a dream about this, man. And it happened in the same order. I got my dick sucked, you got your dick sucked by a chick. That kind of stuff, man. Some of y'all might think, man, you ain't happy. I'm telling you, man, dreams is interesting like that, man. Clairvoyance, pseudo memories. That if you follow them to a certain degree, it can kind of lead to change your reality, man. That's why you had a lot of self-fulfilled prophecies in the Bible, man. Somebody would tell somebody what to do, or this was going to happen, and then people would make it happen. They would follow a script. See, the script, you can't follow the script because you don't really know the script to the letter. About a dream, about some kind of motivation, or some kind of something somebody told you. The script is you focus on what somebody told you, or what that dream is, and your decisions will lead you into it. Look, slowly but surely, you'll start moving in that direction. That's why a lot of y'all are talking about reparations. Ain't gonna get reparations. We're moving in that direction. A lot of you naysayers, a lot of you dumb tethers, ignorant niggas, y'all don't get that. Things is happening slowly but surely. Y'all see a little changes, but y'all want to keep the nine and keep telling yourself it ain't gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It gotta happen. They ain't gonna get no reparation. It gotta happen, man. These are steps, man. These are steps. And truth be told, I don't think white supremacy is gonna end. The white collective is too far gone, man, and other races that go along with that. Too far gone, man. What's gonna happen is white society is gonna get to the point where they're gonna build androids, man. That's the next step. They're gonna build androids and all this stuff. That's gonna be as dexterous as a human being. And in order to get an android to do human-like things, you got to make it intelligent. There's no way around it. A thinking android, you're gonna have to give it intelligence. You know, because the thing is, if you wanted to build for humans, you might say you want some androids to build buildings and houses. The android gonna have to understand what comfort is, human size, what cold feels like, what a breeze feels like. You got to make it lifelike. And that's the thing, man. If white society don't learn how to, which I don't think they're gonna learn, I don't think they're gonna get it, man. If they don't learn how to treat people, other black folks, or black people and other races, man, they're gonna have to deal with their own creations with those machines, man. That's one reality. The other reality is white society never learned how to get along with people. Still keep a xenophobic, anti-non-white mindset. They will come across these beings who's monitoring the planet. They know all about us, man. They know who's the most powerful group. They know how they mistreating others. You know. They say, oh, these are the power folks right here. These lighter version of humans. Just like how we was eons ago, millions of years ago. We was like them too. We used to fight and war with each other. Someone would say, well, they ain't interfering. Who knows? Maybe they're just studying. Maybe we a history lesson to them. Who knows?